Apple just updated Freeform with their new Creator Studio. But honestly, I don't think the average person is going to even notice the difference. So I've used Freeform as my go-to whiteboard brainstorming app for years now, pretty much ever since it came out. And when they mentioned they were going to update it for the Creator Studio, I was really interested to know what that was going to look like. And they didn't release the updated version along with all the other Creator Studio apps. So I was thinking, man, if they're taking more time on this, it's got to be something good, right? Wrong. It's not really any different. So in this video, we're going to look at what Creator Studio adds to Freeform, how it benefits the average person's workflow. Like, I want something that will actually improve my usage of Freeform, and then a brief look at how I use Freeform in general. So Freeform has always been the place to go to have infinite canvas, great Apple Pencil support, being able to draw anywhere, go anywhere, never run out of space. It's seriously the perfect whiteboarding app. And for a while, it was a little too unstructured, a little too free, but Apple has really refined the interface to the point where you can basically grab anything, connect it with lines, or delete those lines. You can have things snap to grids. You could have them not snap to grids if you prefer. It really is intuitive and just has the right tools, and now has tables as well, which definitely can help for brainstorming things. So Apple has really refined this to not be too freeform, but just enough to be useful. That's why I've always used Freeform. I mean, I use it for things like planning out different fantasy creatures for my fantasy game and categorizing them and just being able to lay them all out so we can see them together and see how many we actually have visually and think, oh man, now we really need more of this category because we have nothing in here or whatever. There's so much you can do with Freeform. I don't really use it for video planning much. I don't need to visualize a whole lot, but I know there are creators who use stuff like this to plan out a video. I think the bigger project you have, the more you need to visualize it. So what's actually new in Creator Studio? Well, it's this button right here. It's the Content Hub. So it gives you all these different backgrounds. It kind of gives you some basic categories here, or you can go by photo, graphic, background, and shape, which, I mean, hey, some of these graphics and photos, they're fun. They're kind of neat looking. Is that worth a Creator Studio subscription? Absolutely not. So I don't really feel like this is adding value to Creator Studio in any way. I still think the Pixelmator Pro app is by far the biggest reason to get it, especially for iPad. And then, of course, it includes Final Cut and Logic and all of other things. So the fact that they waited on releasing the Content Hub for Freeform, which is basically what they added to the iWorks suite, like Pages and Numbers. So I don't see why they waited on this one. But you could also definitely generate your own image, and that's kind of the AI aspect of this. It's kind of neat. We could do a photorealistic or all these different styles here, which this is powered by OpenAI, which is why the results are actually pretty good. It's not using Apple Intelligence, it's using ChatGPT. Let's do a side angle. We're going to do man in blue shirt walking a dog and see what this does. And what's nice about it is you can pick that side angle and the aspect ratio all right from that menu. You don't have to worry about how it will generate it. You can decide that in advance. And honestly, that's what I pictured in my head. And you can edit the image, change the background, do a mashup, change the view again. So I can be like, actually, I think I want this to be a low angle shot here. The dog's definitely kind of running between his legs a little bit there, but hey, that's fine. Let's take this one and insert it. And we can connect the dots because you can do that in Freeform. Add a bit of a curve. So for just a simple prompt, giving you an idea, you're brainstorming something and something comes in mind and you just want to see a rough picture of it, I can see a built-in image generation function in Freeform being handy. What I would love to see, though, is kind of similar to Apple Notes with the magic wand tool where you can say open section and it pulls from nearby notes text to give context to the image. It'd be super cool if in Freeform, if you got all the storyboarding, planning happening, you can just select a section of text or handwritten text and say generate an image, and it just pulls the context and gives a nice generation there. That would be even nicer. So it just doesn't really feel like they optimized it to be like a super cool feature in Freeform. They kind of just gave it what the other iWork suite apps got, which is fine. It just doesn't explain why they waited so much longer to add it. And this is another one that I generated with it at 45-degree angle in landscape. I just did a sunflower covered in snow to symbolize how, it's March for us right now, but we just got a huge blizzard in Wisconsin, because why not? So it's kind of spring, kind of snow covered. The weather hasn't decided yet what it is. But speaking of AI, I know we're kind of getting a little tired of it, but there's definitely good uses of AI out here. And another one could be if you deal with so many PDFs in your day-to-day life, you might want to try UPDF. So there are all these really handy, quick tools here, lots and lots of tools for editing PDF. And this is powered by AI. So let's say I got a nice PDF in here. By commenting here, I could highlight some of this stuff, even like an arrow pointing comment. You can just directly draw on the PDF. And what I think is super cool is you can just come in here and just resize. Like it's just an editable document now. Like what is this? I could just change this from nature landscape to nature pictures. You can't do that on a normal PDF editor. So just throw on some more images here. The sky's the limit. The last thing I just want to show off is how I can convert this whole thing to a Word document or Excel sheet or PowerPoint, whatever you need. Try and find a better PDF editor than this. Now, you're definitely going to need the paid version for a lot of those more advanced features, and they are sponsoring this video. But I am pleasantly surprised with how fun and easy it is to edit and mark up and change PDFs with UPDF. Back to the video. So is this really good? Is this really worth it? It's definitely not a good enough reason to get Creator Studio in and of itself. But I think it does bring it up to speed with the other apps like Pages, Numbers, Keynote. But I definitely think it could have been better. Like it could have used AI to auto-generate scenes, which is where you can save a certain zoom and location on a freeform board and jump to it. Generating your own scenes with one button would be super cool to see. Or using context-aware AI image generation. But really, this is not changing my personal workflow in Freeform by any large degree. I mean, you can realistically quickly move over to ChatGPT, generate the same kind of image, and then copy and paste it into Freeform. It's not like it's revolutionizing things here. I definitely can see some people liking to add in graphics and the images and having an image generator built in. But for the average person, you're going to use Freeform the exact same way. It's a kind of a little bonus of getting the Creator Studio, but not a selling point by any means. So I'm a little disappointed with this update to Freeform. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more of a deep dive on Freeform as a whole, I'm definitely willing to do that. I have definitely used it to plan out like I mentioned, all these different aspects of my fantasy game. It's a cool tool, and there's lots to know about it. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on that in the future. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and definitely comment down below your favorite part. And of course, subscribe to the channel. It really does help us grow and able to reach more people. And if you're curious about any of the equipment I use in my setup, that's all going to be linked in the description down below. And as always, guys, have a great rest of your day.